So I thought it'd be really, really funny if I put a tweet out and I was going to draw whatever anyone sent me. This is a major time to just get a whole bunch of weird shit. So we're gonna spend some time. We're gonna draw all 7 of these drawings, and they're gonna look good. I am a master artist. The first thing we're being asked to draw is a turtle, but instead of limbs, it's fire. So my take on this is we're going to make Squirtle, but a fire type. That's Squirtle's shell, and it has a little rim. So instead of doing, we're gonna make a flame tail. So usually Squirtle's is like this, right? Yeah, it has that. So we're gonna make it just a fire knob, essentially. Alright, so it's because, you know, tail's a limb, but legs wise, that's just gonna be fire. Oh man, should I learn how to draw fire? And then we'll have a fiery mohawk head. Flame tool. Alright, let's color him in. People say drawing is hard, and you know what? It is. It's always weird, because like when you're a kid, you see someone draw something, and you're like, man, I can do that, right? But then like, now as you're older, and you see a whole bunch of artists and everything they do, you're like, man, I can't do that. At least that comes to my mind. I'm like, if I would have continued to do it for all of the time, then yes, I would have been able to. You're like, I can draw that, and you try, and like there's some people that like, you know, trace. Like I traced a lot as a kid. I always got like the Pokemon tracing books. I used to get them at the school fair, or the book fair. You know, I don't know if anyone's familiar with those, but that was kind of like my thing. I remember like someone told me, "Whoa, you did that really cool," and I did not tell them that I got it through that. And man, they were really impressed. And then I continued to do that for a while until I realized it was essentially cheating. But like, part of me didn't want to give that up. Everything you see now is my genuine skill right here. Voila! There is a turtle, but with limbs of fire. Freedom Gundam, but baking a cake. So I know very little about Gundams, but I remember one specifically from when I was a kid, so we're gonna do our best here. Because they're baking a cake, they're gonna be putting it inside the oven. That is the goal. That is what we're gonna try to do here. So when I mess it up, you know what I was trying to do. I could just, you know, look it up, but nah, why do that when this experience is so much better this way? He's a short Gundam. Freedom Gundam is short. I didn't know if you know this. It's definitely not a statistic that says otherwise, probably.
Liar!
Probably has like abs or something. Do robots have abs? Let's not get into that. Never mind. After all, I tell you what, he's making a pretty ass cake. No one's gonna be able to tell him otherwise. He knows he's making a pretty cake. We're not getting an apron there. Pretend he has an apron on, like with just like a small one out front with like a big heart on front, so that, you know, it makes sense. And there you have it. This is Freedom Gundam baking a cake. Man, you know, I think this is probably horrendously wrong, because this just looks like a bad design. Like a horrendous design. But, like, you know, we're vibing with it. Like, we kind of have to. This is my, yeah, I'm not going to bother. You guys know what a cake's color is. But yeah, this is a Freedom Gundam baking a cake. Voila!
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
You should draw what our friendship would look like if it were an animal. If our friendship was an animal? I don't even know what that would be. So instead, I'm going to draw animals representing us as friends and go with that instead. I have a very clear picture of actually this in my mind. Done Prof, who likes guinea pigs. And so what this Prof is going to be holding, got his hand, his arm, bend it over here. We'll be doing this. So because things are hard, yeah, he's doing that. Looks kind of weird, but like, a pole. And you know what's up the top? Prof, I hope you're watching this. A Malay. I'm not putting the T there. That's an inside joke between us. Prof correcting me about anything. Oh, Oh man, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. This is a fantastic work of art. Fantastic work of art, and you cannot say otherwise. I'm not going to even bother coloring this one. It's just that good. It's so good. It's fantastic. But now we're being asked to just draw 3 tortoises. So I have a cute idea for this. We're going to draw them stacked. So like, kind of like a snowman. They're turtle buds, turtle pals. Or maybe they're just a fake family, you know? Like, this is a family photo. Could be. He's younger. He doesn't have as much definition as his older brother does. But I think we're going to canonically make them a family. You ever just, like, associate certain colors with animals? It's the same thing with, like, Pokemon, right? Like, you have shiny Pokemon, but, like, it's very few that have shiny forms that make sense. And there's some that are just gross. Like, you try to show me Vapor. No, it's Espeon. Yeah, Espeon shiny. You may be a fan, but I sure as hell am not. I don't like puke green. And then there's Jolteon, who is also puke green. So I'm a sucker for any Pokemon that has a shiny of, like, a blue. So if you show me, like, a shiny Flygon, looks sick. I love shiny Flygon. So, like, just like the blue trim. I wonder what's your favorite shiny Pokemon? That's a good question. You can comment in the video down below. We gotta give them all names. So unlike the other ones, these tortoises, they have a need for a name. Okay, so we're gonna name them. I feel like one of them needs to be named Paul. It just feels right. Name one of the tortoises Paul. We're gonna name one Da Vinci, because I want to. John. 2 of those are the names of the Beatles, apparently. That's all my brain went to, and that's what we're going with. I can't spell, but it's fine. So we're gonna draw a fortune cookie, but on that fortune, it's gonna say, "You a bitch." And yeah, so let's get right to it. Oh yeah, so the idea here is to just have this piece of paper coming out ever so slightly. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I actually like that a lot. There we go. Wow. Magnifique. I actually really like this one. I like the Y. The Y just... it's good. So the next thing I was asked to draw was Nezumi Man. I didn't know what this was. I actually did look this one up. So what Nezumi Man is, I originally thought was like a Mega Man boss, and it was in Japanese, and I just wouldn't know, but it's a mouse doing a pose. We did it. This is Nezumi Man. A Bobo! So this is a character from Double Dragon. These guys, this big beefy dude that just comes around and punches you. And yeah, so my friend posted this one, and I actually used to play a Bobo's Big Adventure with him. I played it with him once. It's a very game. You can go look it up. Yeah, so I'm from what I remember, right, I'm gonna draw it like in a typical fashion. By that I mean like as similar as you can to like the NES without it being like an NES. And I think he had like a 13 tack or something. So yeah, we'll go with that for now. It's just like a generous. It's really weird to like look at what like pixel art is and like try to make it not pixel art, because like you have to take a lot of assumptions. A Bobo. For someone that hasn't looked at it in a very long time, this is the best I can do. Bobo. Hope you enjoy that poll. So we had one last minute addition to this tweet. I got it with the time and everything. It was just the most recent one. And it's to draw Adel and Dogi, which are from the Yiz series. But Dogi is Valimar. Valimar being from the Trails of Cold Steel series, which are two of my favorite series, and they're both made by Falcom. Good games. Never heard of them? Please do yourself a favor and at least look at them. That side. Oh, it's gonna be hard to draw at all. Looks like an Animal Crossing character. Ah! Oh no. Ah. Interesting. Interessante maneuver. Oh man, I wonder if anyone here will even get that reference. Oh man, I'm disgracing one of my favorite series, and you know what? Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Here I was like, oh yeah, I'll go on Twitter. I'll make this a funny thing. You know, if you're this far in the video, you can be a part of dumb shit like this too by following my Twitter. Then in the background, we're going to have the Chad Dogi and as Valimar. So funny enough, the person that suggested this one, back in college, right before we were going to a party, like one of my friend's birthday parties, they said mandatory costume party, and he didn't have a costume, so we spent an entire day, and by entire day I mean like 3 hours or something. Not like super long, but like enough time to like be invested in something. And we made him a Valimar suit out of cardboard. And let me tell you, that was one of the most fun things I've done with. It's very memorable to me. It seems weird because you might think like, oh, like having a party or something would be more memorable. But this small little thing, like where we just goofed off trying to make a robot, ended up being one of the most memorable moments in that house. But instead of the Valimar head, it's Dogi. I feel so bad that I'm disgracing my favorite series. But in the end, his name is Dogi. Oh baby! I said at the beginning of the video, I am a master artist, and you can't prove me wrong.